On the Eternity of the World is a work written by Thomas Aquinas, a prominent theologian and philosopher of the 13th century. In this work, Aquinas examines the question of whether the world has existed for an infinite amount of time or whether it was created at a specific moment in time by God. Aquinas begins by examining the arguments of Aristotle and other ancient philosophers who believed in the eternity of the world. He argues that the idea of an eternal world conflicts with the Christian doctrine of creation and the belief that God created the world ex nihilo, or out of nothing. He also argues that an eternal world would mean that God is not the ultimate cause of the universe, which would undermine the concept of divine sovereignty. Aquinas then turns to examine the arguments of those who believe in a temporal creation of the world. He argues that there are both philosophical and theological reasons to believe in a temporal creation. Philosophically, he suggests that an infinite regress of causes is impossible, and that there must be a first cause that brought the world into existence. Theologically, he argues that the Bible clearly states that the world was created at a specific moment in time. One of the key issues that Aquinas grapples with in this work is the concept of time. He argues that time is a measure of motion, and that it is not possible for motion to have existed for an infinite amount of time. He also suggests that the idea of an infinite past leads to a contradiction, as it would mean that an infinite number of events had to occur before the present moment. Throughout the work, Aquinas draws on both philosophical and theological arguments to support his position that the world was created at a specific moment in time. He argues that the idea of an eternal world is incompatible with both reason and faith, and that the doctrine of temporal creation is essential to a proper understanding of the relationship between God and the universe. Overall, On the Eternity of the World is a complex and nuanced work that addresses some of the most fundamental questions in philosophy and theology. It is a testament to Aquinas' intellectual rigor and his ability to draw on a wide range of sources to support his arguments. The work continues to be studied and debated by scholars today, and it remains an important source of insight into medieval thought on the nature of the universe and the relationship between God and creation.